New at 10, Hannibal hosts its annual Big Truck Night tonight. Its goal is to educate students. That's where guests learned more about local trucks that serve the community. The Hannibal Fire and Police Departments, along with emergency services, turned out for tonight's educational event. Organizers say they enjoy bringing the community together.
It's an opportunity to get out, to enjoy a beautiful evening, to take part in seeing and exploring, whether it's climbing in a fire truck or meeting fire pup or taking part in an activity that one of our community partners has brought, or enjoying dinner outside with your family. There's something for everyone, and that's the joy of Big Truck Night.
The Hannibal Parents as Teachers organization sponsored tonight's event.